Hello everybody, welcome to Off Campus with Lance and Asher, presented by FootJoy. I'm Asher Wildman, being joined by a very special guest today, Kathy Whitworth. Kathy, how are you doing?
Fine, Asher, I'm fine. Nice to be here.
Well, let's see here. 88 victories. Let's start with, what was your best shot in each of those tournaments?
Well, I have a few that I can remember, but I can't remember them all.
Can you tell us all what it was like when you were trying to make that college decision to play women's golf, on basing your decision on how you were going to go about making a decision?
Well, it was just beginning. I have to say, I have to back it up in a little bit because they were just starting. It was just beginning, and I think Arizona and a little junior college out where I grew up out in West Texas, Odessa Junior College, and maybe the University of Miami were thinking of. And I think, and I know Joanne Carter was, she was in my era, and she played out the university. So they were just starting, but it wasn't something that it was, you know, available to the very few to the men. There weren't that many for the men as well. So it's come a long way.
You had such a great career as a player, but do you wish you could have played women's college golf before you became that great player? Is that an experience you kind of think you might have missed out on?
I don't think so, because I just had such a great time in my career. I made the right decision, or, you know, it really was no decision. It was just something I wanted to do. And I'm so thankful that the LPGA had just started officially in 1950. And so I started playing golf in 1955 and then went on tour in 59. So they gave me this opportunity and this place to go. And so, and of course the rest is history, as they say, but it was, I just can't tell you it was just living the dream. Basically.
What has impressed you the most about the golf game the way it is now? I mean, with junior golf, college golf, amateur golf, professional golf, what maybe sticks out in your mind the most is maybe opportunities or something that definitely changed?
Well, that's basically what it is opportunity, and that's what I was afforded when I first started growing up in a small town, and you don't think about it at the time, but had I grown up in a larger city, I probably not had that opportunity. Mm-hmm. But now with the junior golf and I have I'm affiliated with a junior tournament in Fort Worth, and that's been great fun to see these young players come through there. But it's just the caliber of play. Gosh, they're just so good at a young age, and there's so much available for them, and I'm so tickled for them and so thrilled. Whether they turn pro or not, that's a personal thing, and you never know. But golf is such a great game, and you meet so many wonderful people.
Now, Kathy, I'm curious, with all the success you had as a player, did you ever consider getting into college coaching? I mean, did you ever consider coaching women's college golf?
Well, no, I never really considered it, but I've, of course, have known a lot of the coaches. Some of them have come from the LPGA and gone into coaching, and have met some coaches, of course, through other venues and things and meetings, but I never was on a team. I never played for a team. I never... I have no conception of what that's all about, but it must be exciting for them. It's a camaraderie that they'll be best friends forever, I guess, you know, and they sharing all this excitement or wins or losses or, you know, just going and playing, and it's great memories for them, and I guess it would have been a lot of fun if that had been available, you know, but I'm not sure at that time it wasn't, so I don't think about it.
Now, Kathy, sitting here talking with you and listening to you, I hear that fiery Texan attitude that you got inside you, so I got to know, do you miss being out there and competing on the tour?
Oh, gosh, you know, there was so much about it I loved. Of course, I'd love to compete. I didn't really know that I was a competitor. I mean, you know, you just don't, I never knew that was in my personality, but I loved it. I enjoyed it, and you know, I did win, but I lost a lot more than I won, so you have to learn how to do that. But I enjoyed the travel. I enjoyed being with the other players, you know, and of course, being a part of the LPGA back in those early years, we all had to participate in the organization. You had to be, I was president 3 times and worked in the executive part of it, and you know, doing the things that you need to do to try to help it grow. And so that was fun, and I mean, exciting, and to see it grow, and of course to see where it is today is, that's just, you know, terrific.
Now, before I let you go, I gotta have a woman here who's won 88 times. Tell everybody, all the future lady golfers out there, if you can give them one piece of advice about becoming a professional golfer, what would it be?
You know, it's always good to have help, and I had the best. I had Harvey Pennick, was my teacher, and I got him at an early start when I hadn't been playing maybe a couple of years. One of his best things, besides the grip, you always want to aim. You need to take dead aim. And I didn't really understand it at the beginning when I worked with Harvey and understood it that well until almost 4 or 5 years later. And it is the best pressure reliever in the world when you're thinking of your target and where you want the ball to go, or for anything. It probably would work in anything that you do. It's just always moving forward. Never lose sight of where you want to go. And so aiming, because a lot of people don't aim. They just get up and hit it, and they don't aim, and they don't know where they're going to hit it. And so they consequently don't line up really well, and they hit it different places where they shouldn't. And but if they can ever learn to aim, boy, that's they're on their way.
Well, with the credentials and resume you have, I definitely believe that is some good advice to take to heart.
Thank you.
All right, for Kathy Whitworth, I'm Asher Wildman. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today on Off Campus with Lance and Asher, presented by FootJoy.